Alrighty guys, so I decided to go ahead and throw the motor back on here tonight. Since I know my back's already irritated, so I figured I'd just get the job done and be done with it. The way my back can heal more or less. It's actually feeling pretty good, but we all know how that goes when you go inside and sit down, don't we, in our 30s? Almost 30. Another 2 years. I'm feeling it. So, anyhow guys, I think pretty much from here, I'm just going to put it back together, and I'll bring you guys back for the first startup. I really hope this thing doesn't smoke now, because obviously I ran it some. The rings in it are fairly new. I would wager the motor doesn't have 3 hours on it, but hard to say. I just kind of have a... You ever get a feeling like when you do something that there's just something messed up with this thing? I have that feeling now, and it's not a good feeling to have. So, without further ado, it is now like 8:30 or 8:40 at night. I am calling it a night. I just turned the heaters off and figured I'd do a video showing you guys I got it put back on, and pretty much I just gotta hook the cables and everything up and put the flywheel back on. In reality, I could have had it running tonight. Probably if I'd have pushed on it a little bit, but I was actually in the impression that I was probably going to need some more bushings for McMaster car, so I wasn't really trying too hard. So, alright guys. So tomorrow, I'll probably be plowing snow, so I probably won't get to mess with this too much. And I got a guy coming to drop an L off for me to work on, so that'll be something to look forward to as well. So, like I said, that's it for tonight guys. Tired. I should edit, to hell with it, maybe I'll do it in the morning, edit a video up for Monday. Anyhow, shutting her down. Alrighty guys, well, let's see what happens here. I got it put back together enough. Actually, I forgot 2 things guys. Starter wire, important. Heater even shut off. 7/16. Starter wire, power wire to the coil, spark plug wire is on, fuel line's hooked up. Tighten up the clamp. Cables are hooked up. Double check the oil here. And the oil's good. Well, the oil's good on the motor anyhow. So, I guess there ain't nothing left to hit the switch and see what happens. Apparently, whenever I took the shroud off, I got the starter stuck. Never heard him do that before. Probably no gas in the car because I had this motor rolled on its side, and so I gotta wait for the fuel pump to prime, which is probably good to get some oil slung around in there. Well, it sounds alright guys. I know it's going to smoke a little bit because I put some oil down in the rings and stuff, so I'll button her back up the rest of the way and put some more oil in the trans and go from there. It looks a lot worse in the camera, but it's really not bad in here. So. Sounds pretty nice. Might need to adjust the valves. I don't know if you guys can hear the clatter from here, but I can. So. Alrighty guys, I'm pleased. Not even smoking too bad, so that's pretty good. Well, now I figured out the high idle. Genius me had the choke cable in behind the governor arm. Oh well. Time for Oak Island, so I'm packing her in for tonight. See you guys in the morning. So guys, got it all put back together and down off the ramps there. Put some tire chains on. Had it jacked up and realized that hub was moving around on this side. And that was when I found out that the jam bolt is broke. So, guess I'm going to deal with that. And today's the day I've been blowing snow. So I got the 566 to work on after lunch. Apparently the gas tank on that is plugging up. So I got it to the point where it's by the door. I can get to it with the air compressor and blow through it. And this is inside, so I can work on this at my convenience. So, and the reason I'm putting tire chains on is I think I'm going to put a snow blade on this and I'm going to try and use it. It's kind of fun to have a 400 with a blade on because it has steering brakes. So while it's slower, it actually makes plowing a lot easier because especially you can just spin around in a circle and do some other things. So anyhow, after lunch, I get back on it. It's always something, you know. Alrighty guys, it's actually a good ways after lunch. It's about 3 o'clock. I did some snow blowing and I had to fix the 566's fuel issue and some other things. Talked to the neighbor for a while and talked to the guy about that L for a little bit. But it's all back together. I got the bolt drilled out. I should have did a video and showed you guys, but basically what it was, the keyway was broken in half and the set bolt was run the whole way down into the axle. So that's probably why it broke off. And basically it was just the bolt was in the keyway going back and forth. So got that done and back together. Was all about ready to do everything, and I'd ordered a bunch of air filters, which I thought would fit the K-Series, and as you guys can see, once I get like a bunch of the what I call like the deeper air filter covers for those, that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna swipe an air filter off of something. I'm going to air up the tires. I'm going to go look around, decide what snowplow I want to put on this. The one over there is pretty complete, so I might put it on here and just run it and try it. I've only ever plowed with a 400 series, I think once. I've always had a snowplow on an 800. So, with all that being said, guys, I'm going to get that stuff done. I'm going to be ready when I go outside because I really don't want to smoke the shop out today. Now, whenever it's last thing at night, whenever I go to leave for the night, I don't really care if it takes all night for the smoke to go out. So, anyhow, let me go out, do that sort of stuff, and I'll come back whenever I go drive this thing out of the shop, guys.